Rockets. They're down by 2 with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Olajuwon. Again, not a good shot. Drexler there, and a foul is called.
Well, this side out of bounds play is one the Magic should know well. It's the same one they use for Nick Anderson or Penny Hardaway. The little difference there is Drexler becomes so much more effective because of his size, and he plays over the rim. So a little jab step out to the wing, and then a little curl up for the alley-oop.
Foul was called on Scott. Drexler. Clyde throwing it to tie the game at 15.
And Houston just wasted their delay of game, something they won't be able to use now at the end. Hannah Storm remarked earlier about Clyde Drexler, how important this championship is. He doesn't have one. He's got it all on the line tonight.
And this is third attempt at winning the championship trophy. Scott for 3. Dennis Scott still trying to find the touch. In game 2, only 3 of 10, 9 points at the 2 from downtown.
Penny Hardaway doing a very good job, much better than the first 2 games. Keane delivers inside of keeping Kenny Smith under control, not letting him run.
The Magic 18, the Rockets 17. Shaquille O'Neal not able to get into it until now. That's his first field goal.
And the reason that one would look so easy, no double team, and he just overpowers Akeem inside.
3-point lead for the Magic. Smith able to elude Hardaway. A rare 2-pointer in this series for Kenny Smith.
The Magic have gone to a set that the Rockets like to use where they overload one side, and it makes the rotations on the weak side so much more difficult. Here it is again.
Kenny Smith had not scored since his 7th 3-pointer at the end of the opening game. Grant with the save. Scott kept alive by Anderson. O'Neal from Hardaway. And both clubs wondering why no call. Smith for 3. Drexler on the rebound. Drexler with the drive. And now rebounded by Anderson. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Hardaway around the back. Hardaway going the distance. What a move by Anthony Hardaway.
Well, that's the magical moves of Anthony Hardaway in the open floor, bearing down you. He can do that just about any time he wants when he gets open space.
Olajuwon. And Horace Grant wondering why no foul. Looking to draw the offensive call.
Getting to the part of the series, though, Marv, every playoffs, referees at one point will just put the whistle away. That was a traveling violation.
Scott, yes. Dennis Scott with his second field goal. So the Magic leading 24-21, 2:20 left in this first quarter. Marv Albert, Matt Dukas, and Bill Walton from the Summit in Houston. Game 3 of this best-of-7 NBA Finals series. Olajuwon with very little room to operate.
Both teams showing a lot of poise in their half-court offense, taking what is there. When they're getting double-teamed, they're making the good passes, getting good open shots. When the double team is not there, they're making their one-on-one move.
O'Neal. So Shaquille with his second field goal. He has 4. Akeem is 4 of 9. He has 8 points. The Magic 26. The Rockets 23. Drexler facing the double team. Finding Ellie. Mario Ellie from downtown.
It's been Clyde Drexler's offensive show. He's been scoring, passing, running the offense, dictating the flow.
The game is tied at 26. And a foul is called against the Rockets. That is the second on Olajuwon.
And referee Mike Mathis saying that Olajuwon used his knee and leg to try to root Shaquille out of there. And it is, that right leg is up underneath the thigh of Akeem Olajuwon. That's the new interpretation of the rules. One more time, there's Akeem trying to push out with that knee, and Mike Mathis right on the baseline had it all away.
A minute 22 to go in the first.
They make the rescues no one else even thinks about.
You do what you have to do to save them.
Robert Conrad in Search and Rescue previews tonight after basketball on NBC.
Shaq in the post, and the overload here is causing the Rockets a problem, because if they come and double team with this man, Robert Horry down on the baseline has this man or that man to guard. So the confusion here leaves Shaquille one-on-one against Hakeem Olajuwon, something that both of those centers love.
At some point in this series, teams are going to have to stay at home. The constant double teaming just leaves too many wide open shooters. And whichever center can establish a rhythm, going to be very difficult for Hakeem Olajuwon right now on the bench with the 2 fouls. The second one, very cheap.
Well, that's why the coaches have to go to that. Now with Hakeem, when he comes back into the game, you have to have double teaming on Shaq. You can't afford to get your big man. Same reason why I think Brian Hill was reluctant to let Shaq play Hakeem one-on-one, although he has to do it certain parts of the game. Shaq wanted the challenge. He gave it to him, decided to call it off after the 2 fouls.
And Charles Jones, the 38-year-old, 11-year veteran who did a nice job the other night in Orlando, has come on with Hakeem Olajuwon sitting down after picking up the 2. And they immediately go to Shaquille. Charles Jones getting some help, as you'd expect. And a pushing foul, the call against the Rockets. Foul on Kenny Smith, his second, and here comes Sam Cassell.
There's Penny Hardaway on the penetration in there, and somebody was asking, what is a hand check? That is a hand check, just a little bit of a touch, and that's all started here in the finals last year with Derek Harper and Kenny Smith. The league decided to make that call it much more literally, and it pretty much worked all of this year, but in a playoff situation, you don't like to see fouls like that called.
Rockets over the limit, so Hardaway able to extend to a 28-26 Orlando lead. Sam Cassell, 30 minutes in game 2, 8 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown for 31 points. Horry with no hesitation firing the 3, and then knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Charles Jones of the Rockets.
Poor offensive set, unless, of course, that jumper goes down, which it didn't. I'd get the ball back to Drexler. He's the man that's got the flow going for the Rockets.
Brian Shaw has come on for the first time. And a travel on Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq a little over-anxious there, having Charles Jones on his back. He's seen him many times so far in the first 2 games plus, and he has been almost putting the imprint of his shoulder into the chest of Charles Jones at every opportunity.
But you have to like the style of the Magic right now. They got 11 baskets, 10 assists on those 11, 5 for Penny, 3 for Shaq.
Drexler, oh, he got crunched. Shaquille O'Neal came over to help out. And the foul called on Hardaway, took a poke in the eye in the process.
Well, anytime Hakeem Olajuwon is on the bench, Clyde Drexler really becomes the focus of the Houston Rocket offense with post-ups like this, waiting for a double team. It doesn't come, so he puts his shoulder right into Penny Hardaway and then gets sandwiched by Shaquille O'Neal, and Penny Hardaway took a shot in the eye.
Apparently he is all right. Remaining on the floor, Clyde Drexler off to the fast start. 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Game is tied at 28 with a half-minute left in this first quarter. Shaw racing with Cassell. Shaw all the way. I don't think that was his intention.
No, I think he was trying to get in there and create, and then he got in there further than he actually wanted to and threw up the lefty prayer.
The Houston centers, they're sticking with Shaq. Penetration is there all the way for Orlando.
Orlando by 2, 10 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Cassell off the dribble, sets it up for the 3. Rebounded by Hardaway, checking the clock. Hardaway for Scott, gets it off in time. And that's the end of the first quarter here at the Summit in Houston. So Penny Hardaway looking to get other people involved, as he mentioned to us earlier. 5 assists in the first quarter. The Magic 30, the Rockets 28. Strong shooting first quarter for Orlando, 12 of 20 for 60% as they try to get back into the series. And we'll be back in a moment. Well, here at the Summit, outer space motif between quarters. which remind us that two-time Oscar winner Tom Hanks, one of the stars of the soon-to-be released motion picture Apollo 13, will be